There's nothing quite like them. Rich in melanin, luscious hair, fierce personality. This is a young brown girl. However, like any other living being, she too must learn to survive, because this is a brown girl's survival guide. Courtship amongst young brown girls is not an easy task. Before leaving the nest to interact with a mating partner, many steps must be taken as precaution. Here, you see the young lady in an alert mode. Eyes widened, scanning the territory before leaving the nest for predators. Observe how she checks whether the path is clear to reach the blind spot. A blind spot is a safe space in the neighbourhood hidden from the visual field of the young brown girl's house or any other surrounding brown family's house. The perimeter of this area can be determined by locating all brown family households in the vicinity and then tracing their visual fields. The blind spot. This is where the mating partner will safely await the brown girl, hidden from any dangerous predators. Success. She narrowly escaped this time, but it won't be her last. Before leaving the nest, agreeing on acceptable clothing is a struggle. While the youngling's parents prefer the ratio of bare skin to clothes be minimum, the brown girl will fight for more. This battle will be relentless and can go on for years before our teenager has a breakthrough, and hence why it is critical to start young. Remember, perseverance is important. Times will get tough, and the youngling may feel like giving up. But this is where she needs to keep pushing. At last, victory. She has successfully worn out the mother bear. Despite the many hurdles the young brown girl faces, her most worthy opponent will always be her own mother. Brown mothers are known to be talented performers. Every heated interaction is a performance worth a standing ovation. However, with time, the act becomes predictable. Her threats and cries will often go as follows. A raised voice. Victim playing. Comparison. And finally, a melodramatic array of worst-case scenarios. Fortunately for our youngling, she has witnessed this behaviour for years and has learnt a thing or two. And when the time is right, she too will raise her voice, playing victim, comparison, and finally, a melodramatic worst-case scenario. A brown girl lives amongst communal groups. This value is taught young. Relatives and family friends are often closely knit. But with this warm fellowship, danger is not far behind, because amongst this group of solidarity lies a family snitch. A family snitch infiltrates the group, easily hiding behind her youth and friendly smile. Her goal, gather information, and then report back to the elderly. Word then travels like wildfire. If a brown girl falls prey to your common family snitch, the end is sudden and unexpected. Because when you least expect it, betrayed by her own, it takes days till she gets up again and learns from her experience. And she will learn from her experience, because this is a brown girl's survival guide.
Hey guys, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching Brown Girl Survivor Guide, and big shout out to Maayava for giving me this opportunity to work with them. This is my first time ever acting, so let me know how that went. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you related to it, even if you're a brown guy, because I know how we be struggling. But yeah, peace out.